Raja Krishnamoorthy, and he'll be the first born Indian American senator from our community. The way things are going, okay, what is our firewall? One is our elected officials, the Congress, 5 congressmen we have. The second firewall is that we have to start getting active in charities and other areas like we have now. India-centric, we do a great job. Let's do it for charities over here. The third firewall is to make a decision. If we have a dictatorship over here, do you want to stay over here for your kids and your grandkids? Or do you want to move back to India? The key part again is to, other than writing checks and everything, you have neighbors in their district, call them up, tell them this is the time you have to participate. And if you give up this opportunity, shame on us. All right? Shame on us for our kids or grandkids.
Welcome to India News. Our guest today is Democratic Party activist and fundraiser Ramesh Kapur. On December 21st, he is holding a fundraiser for Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthy, who is running for Senate in 2026. He will be the first India-born senator if he wins the election, and we hope he will win. And so we are going to talk to Ramesh about fundraising and also briefly chat about India-US relations and Indian-American community, how it is doing in the context of President Trump's immigration and other policies. So, Ramesh, welcome to our studio.
Hi, Upinder. Thank you very much.
Sure. We have communicated many times here in the
That's
past.
Right. That's
but
right.
Today, I think it is going to be a slightly different theme we're going to talk about in a much serious way, because I moved to US long time ago, and I have not seen anything or felt anything like not only the Indian but any Indian community is feeling. I think you were telling off the camera that even Indian American doctors are carrying their passport when they're
Correct.
going to work, so that they if they get confused with Hispanics or any other race, they will have identity. But we'll talk about that, but let us first start with fundraising on December 21st.
Yeah. Well, this is now I came in 1967, okay? And I have never seen the worst time in our community and US-India relationship ever. And I've been doing US-India relationship since 1986, nationally. So this is a very critical time for us. So where is our firewall, the first firewall, and what's going on? Is our Indian congressmen and senators at the first firewall.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make sure that our kids and the next generation and our grandkids are going to be protected, because they are right at the action time. That's why it's very important that we have a senator in the Senate over here. And Raja Krishnamoorthy has been a 4 times congressman from Illinois. He's well respected. He has the best shot. He's leading by about 14 or 16 points in the primary.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever wins the primary in Illinois becomes the senator. It's a Democratic state. So he has the best shot of it. So now we want to make sure that we raise enough money. We are trying to raise money around the country. The Indian community is really being very generous. So on the 21st, he's coming to my house, and we'd like you to come.
Sure.
Donate generously, because that's the only thing that is left. If he has enough money, he'll be the next congressman, from Congress to first senator. Now we have about 5 congressmen already. So there are firewall in the House side, and they all will be elected. Indian entrepreneur is running in Raja's seats at Congress. Neil is going to Raja's seat. He's running for that. Okay. And then, the people like Raja has been congressman from that district 4 terms. Okay, so there's a nice. The district thinks highly about Indians over there, and that's the largest community of Indians is already there. So he might have a coattail effect of Raja of getting elected.
Sure,
right?
sure.
But again, Raja, when he ran the first time, didn't win. Second time he won in that same seat. So he has the best shot. So that will be our firewall. The 5 folks, from California, we have 2, Ro Khanna, and then we have Ami Bera, who's the oldest congressman. And with Seattle, we have Pramila Jayapal, all right?
And
Thanedar, of course, is running again. And that's in the black district, okay? So he is outfoxed the black community over there. I think they're starting to like him now.
Sure.
Right?
Okay. So this is the first firewall, and we are, I think, seems to be doing quite well.
At least on the political side, that is for our firewall for the House and House and Senate politically. That's our firewall. Okay.
What is the second firewall?
The second firewall is, I think, what we have to do is what we have, of course. What has happened is that because we are the model minority, okay, there is a lot of resentment, right? It's always that way, there's resentment. And as the economy will go down, there'll be more and more resentment, right? Is that look at some of our charities that we are doing, okay? Local charities. Get active in some local charities that are there. Sure. We're spending everything in India.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
And that's what the people are looking at it, and that's they're. I mean, that shouldn't be the reason, but they are saying that, well, you're over here. Think about America first. You're thinking about India.
Sure.
And we're thinking about differently. We're thinking that for the dollar amount, the results are much better, much more. So there has to be a balance. So that is where our second wall is.
Do you also have a third firewall?
The third firewall is think about moving back to India.
Really?
Yeah, it's your third wall. Okay, or Australia, one of the other countries, because Canada won't take you because you're too old.
So why you are talking about what is your logic behind that?
Well, you see, what happens is that. We have forgotten what happened during the separation of where Pakistan and India was created in 1948.
Do you think that the situation can be that worse here?
Yes. Because I've been doing this since 1980 in Massachusetts, 86 nationally. And I'm telling you, okay, what could happen is that was last time Trump wanted to confiscate the voting machines. You might be able to see 2 years. He's testing everything out. And, we are all in denial. Okay? Oh, it won't happen to us. It won't happen to this. And guess what? So that's what my third option is. Okay? If first two do not work, and, I don't know about, we came for, we didn't come for dictatorship. India is the largest democracy. It's great. India is still democratic. Always democratic. Culture, language, everything. Religion. We have 3 billion gods. We are democratic, most. But do you want to live in a dictatorship? I do not want.
Sure.
Okay? So those are the
and
third
I think
firewall.
None of the immigrants who have come to this country want to live under a dictatorship.
Especially when India has been so democratic for years and years. Right? So that's your third option. So, but the next two options, of course, I'm doing some other options too, working with other communities like the Black community, okay? Supporting them, writing my checks, writing for their PACs and everything, all right?
So now, you said earlier that the relationship between India and US has been the worst. So let's talk about US-India relationship. What has changed?
Things were bad even during Indira Gandhi's time with United States and Nixon time.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you mean in the context of 71
war? War in the Bangladesh that was created in that war. Yeah. But still, there was a lot of exchange in terms of intellectual exchange with India in the United States. That has really stopped because of immigration. They can't get visas. They can't get everything. It's just the opposite, all right, anymore. So that's what has affected it. Now,
What about Russia in the context of Ukraine and Modi?
yeah, that's the second choice. Second thing is where India, even though the relationship was moving with the United States more and more, they made the decision at that time that they were going to put their eggs in the Russian basket and not work both sides like they did
Yeah.
at that time. Like in the United Nations, okay? They voted, they didn't even abstain in anything across the board, right? They supported Russia. They could have, even China abstained in a couple things. One issue that was there in the United Nations. They abstained. India never abstained. And then they became also tried to, instead of looking at it, they tried to go in economics, 20%. They were getting 3% of the oil. They all of us are getting up to 65% of the oil. Yeah, they made the savings, but they didn't look at the bigger picture. Okay, all right. They became traders. And India is, yes, economy is important, but religion is more important. They've never invaded any country. That is more important too. And I think that affected the voters also. Because India doesn't want to tolerate genocide. So that's what affected a lot. And Trump is using that. He's losing whatever pressure point is. And India is a pressure point for Russian oil. Okay. And that's where the taxes came in. But so they never looked at it beyond.
So what about the Indian American voters in the US? So for example, during Obama time, a lot of Indian Americans were pure Democratic. When during Trump came, a significant number of Indian Americans moved to Trump, and Hindu Alliance also was in favor of Republicans. Now, given the current circumstances, how the Indian American voters are divided today?
Now they're going to move away.
Move
back to the Democratic Party.
Back to
okay. Two reasons. One is also what the Democrats did not realize that they looked at Hindus and Indian American in the lens of politics. Okay, Michigan was important to them, so they catered to the Muslims to the extent that they discriminated Hindus.
You mean Democrats?
The Democrats, I'm talking about. And it started from Obama time, okay, and Biden, kept it, So Hindus were discriminated, and I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat since 1980, and I resented it that we discriminate anybody. So we're a Big Ten party, okay. We are all different. Sometimes it's to our disadvantage, okay, but we have. So I could not see that any religion being discriminated, whether it's Muslims or Hindus or Christians or Jewish. No, that's what my policy. That's why I was a Democrat. All of that, and they started to make political decisions. So the Hindus felt that because they were approaching me. All right, and even Raja said, "You were close to Biden. Why did you talk?" I had problems, and to the extent that sometimes the messenger gets chopped, his head chopped, instead of the cause. He's telling you what it is, and they didn't do it. Okay, so that's where also is mobilized the Hindu community to have different association PACs and other things that we have. We have a Hindu PAC, and then also HAF is there, Hindu American Coalition. There's an American Hindu Coalition is there. So that's what mobilized. So now what Trump is doing, he did some superficial stuff.
So now how does this dynamics play for Indian Muslims, for example? I mean, I think that they are, of course, Indian, and there should be no division between Hindus and the Muslims. But where do they go?
Go where? Which way?
Like the Indian Muslims
Where? United States or
in the
India?
United States.
In United States? Well, they can still be doing their. See, what might happen is that they will probably move to Trump, the Republican Party. Okay?
Why you think so?
Because of the Middle East.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
He has basically solved the Gaza problem. Okay? So they will move there. To them, Muslims will start moving because there were Republicans who, sometimes we have short memories. Okay, what have you done for me lately? Okay, and that's what will happen to them. So the Hindus can compensate and they will do it because Gavin runs. I think Gavin is the nominee. Will be the nominee. He's the one who vetoed the caste bill, and he's going to go to a Hindu temple. All right. Somehow, she was a closet Hindu, Kamala Harris, but somehow she just was afraid to wear it on her sleeves.
So now, do you have any data about how many Indian American voters are rightly, do you have some numbers?
Oh yeah, I have numbers. As census, we have last census. We have exactly where they are.
Okay.
We are in the battle states. And I've given these numbers to the Democratic Party where I was pushing. I said, if we do not get the Muslim support for any reason, all right, what is your B plan? I have a friend, Krishnamoorthy, Republican guy, but unfortunately, I know him since 19, passed away recently. He's a Chanakya. He was a Chanakya of American politics, okay? And he had the great line. Blunt line. He says, remember something. A live rat has more than one hole of escape. Okay? So we can say B plan. What is the B plan? And somehow in politics do not understand what the B plans are. All right?
So can you share those numbers with our viewers?
Yeah, I have some. I
an idea.
Yeah, Georgia. We can make a difference in Georgia. We can make a difference in Michigan. We are very comparable to as a matter of Georgia, we are more than the Muslim community. Georgia is there. That's the battle state. They're also in all the battle states. We are very comparable to the Muslim community, except Michigan was a little more, but still comparable.
Is there any effort to combine both the Muslim and Hindus together?
Yes, absolutely. No, over here it is.
In the US.
And we are working on it. I have a friend, Shekhar Tiwari, who works with the Muslim community in Virginia. All right, we can take the same package across, and the thing will be their kids and their grandkids. Look, I whenever I talk to anytime, look, okay, we will show you. We will show you how we have got 5 congressmen, and now we're going to have the Senate. We know how to win. We can work with your kids and your next generations and the generation after that to run for office. So and we can support you. Because certain times that we do not have enough votes, but combined in certain in states we will have. But what happens is that we instead of looking at the future, we are looking at the past. Yes, we are sentimental about the country we were born in and we were there. But you have to worry about, you have decided to stay over here. Your kids and grandkids are over here. They should run for office.
Sure.
And I will work, and there are others that are there, will work with you to get elected.
Excellent. Ramesh, on that note, thank you so much.
Okay.